veggies, getting ready for some Vindaloo. The aloo for our Vindaloo.
Vindaloo, yeah.
And tomato.
It smells so good.
So good.
No worries, curry.
Hi! Welcome back to episode 4 of No Worries Curry, and today we're gonna make some chicken vindaloo, right?
Yes. Chicken Vindaloo is actually a very popular dish both in India and outside India. It's again from the state of Goa, which is, as I said earlier, western part of India. A lot of the Goan dishes are also sometimes cooked with like pig blood and things like that. But we're just sticking to very normal, simple ingredients.
I would also like to thank our sponsor, Andre Flam Productions.
Also, I would like to add that, you can also get aprons, customized aprons for No Worries Curry on our app and www.noworriescurry.com, and also cookbooks.
So now it's time for some No Worries chicken vindaloo, and my mom doesn't even have to tell me today that I need to get vegetable oil because we've been over this.
Okay, so next you add, as usual, the onions,
Onions.
the garlic, ginger. Chicken vindaloo is another dish without turmeric powder. So as you can see, we're having the onions, garlic, and ginger simmering, and now we're going to add tomatoes.
Usually you always put the tomatoes at the end. How come it's at the beginning here?
Sometimes you put it at the end, sometimes you put it in the beginning, depending.
So do you think sequences are like an important thing as to when you pour in what in
Yeah, I think sequences are like important sometimes. If you like put tomatoes too soon, the meat or your potatoes, they don't become soft. I think it's the acid in the tomato. That's why it's more practical to put tomatoes in the beginning of the dish. So now that's simmering. So Marina, can you take out the tomato paste?
how much?
A third of the can. This is actually, chicken vindaloo is supposed to be a really spicy dish. Like most of our recipes have been pretty mild, so we're going to go really generous on the chili powder this time. So now can you add the chicken, please?
So for chicken vindaloo, we recommend using boneless thighs because that's just kind of how the dish is made.
Put in a generous amount of salt because since we put the tomatoes in already, it'll be harder for the chicken to become soft.
Okay.
So I would recommend a generous portion. Now you can add garam masala, half teaspoon of garam masala. Garam masala is actually like how I showed you earlier in the earlier episode, and it's more common to use garam masala, powdered garam masala in Indian cooking rather than the whole spices.
Want some pepper?
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as the chicken becomes nicely brown and gets mixed with the spices, we're going to add the potatoes. Can you add 1 teaspoon of chili powder, please?
All right.
Okay, so now you can see that it's like, simmering well, and, the chicken and the potatoes are mixed with all the spices and the tomato, ginger, garlic paste. So what we need to do next is add water in this and let it, a cup of water. We're going to let this simmer for the next 15 minutes till the chicken and the potatoes are all soft. The best would be like if you had a cover to put on top of the pan. If you don't have a cover at home, you can always flip the chicken every 5 minutes and keep stirring the potatoes till it's soft.
Okay, so one of my favorite things to do is have icebreakers because I can never know enough about my best friend, aka my mother. So, Mom, tell me 2 things about you that you think I have no idea about.
Well, I'm not sure whether you know that I'm a foodie. Yeah.
Okay, well, I think the whole world knows now.
And the second thing is I love to knit. I'm not sure whether you knew that.
I did not. And you know what? I was wondering what this wool was around our house, but I think it makes a lot more sense now.
Okay, so now that looks like a really finished vindaloo because it's been simmering for the last 15 minutes. So the chicken looks nice and tender and the potatoes seem done. So it's time for us to try some of it.
No one likes hard potatoes, so let's try this out. Ooh. Okay, so time to try a piece. Why don't you give it a try?
Okay.
Chicken cheers. That's amazing.
That's the best chicken I've ever eaten. Chicken vindaloo.
Same, and it's so tender. It's really good.
Now that's what I call a no worries chicken vindaloo.